Hello. Let's look at a new vision that I saw. Supreme Court Justice committing a new crime. So it'll be Roberts. So we'll talk about that. Welcome to my channel. Uh, Clearly, I'm a psychic and a medium and a healer. And I have the getting over the flu. So getting better every day. Thanks for all your wonderful comments. And I feel okay. I just am congested. And let's talk about that. Let's talk about Tish James. I want to look at the tariffs again. And Jack is back. Okay, Jack Smith. Let's talk about the flu at first. I mean, I remember when I got uh, COVID, I saw a similar thing, and this was not the same. So I'm a shaman and an energy healer, so I see whatever's in the energy field. So if you have a cold or flu coming on, energy medicine is not the best thing to do to assist you with that. I prefer herbs or vitamins, supplements, homeopathic remedies. That's what I do. Or you can go to the doctor and make sure you get your flu vaccine if you are, especially if you're immune compromised. So that doesn't work for me. When I did that, my whole arm got numb. So I'm like, yeah, I had a reaction to the flu shot, like I do with a lot of traditional medical things. I'm different in that way, and I know that about myself. But I don't want to discourage other people from taking care of themselves with their doctors. So I'm not a doctor, just to say that. But the way I see flu bugs and stuff, usually I see it literally as a bug. I can see the bug and or the bacteria, and then I just clear that. So when I did that with COVID, the first time I had a very severe case years ago, it didn't really clear. The thing is, it didn't kill me. I lived through it. And that was before there were any vaccines or people even knew what it was. I knew it wasn't a regular flu, but that's a whole story I'm not going to get into here. So, anyway, I saw this flu bug about a week and a half ago, and I thought I cleared it. Apparently, not. Like I said, these things are really tricky with energy medicine. And so I I eventually did end up getting sick, and to me also there's a mind body connection. Sometimes I get sick because I'm not resting enough. I'm not taking good enough care of myself, eating wrong foods, or exposing my getting out in the cold and with wet hair, things I used to do when I was younger. I never do those now. Um, but So this time I feel like it really had something to do with me setting a boundary. So there's a physical component and there's a spiritual component of like, and a lot of flus and colds and viruses are like a group agreement that everybody gets the flu once a year or something. Um, so that's interesting to look at. Um, so interesting. Uh, yeah. Okay. So excuse me, energy medicine is not the best way to deal with a cold and flu. It can be helpful if you get somebody to send you a healing or yeah, or um, you go and get your flu shot. Okay, so recently I went through another kind of big healing thing where it's always the car mechanic who has a car problem. And I knew I was avoiding, there was something going on with my heart. And I just thought, it'll be okay. And I realized it wasn't as I'm getting older. And so I did a series of healings on myself and really improved. So I'm really grateful. I'm really happy about that. And I was able to get off I'm using herbs and I really like that. I've also done some more healing on my thyroid, which was really cool. So those are just some of the things that I do as a shaman and an energy healer. Once again, I'm not a doctor, so before you do anything, you really need to have seen a doctor and get. I usually work with people who they're already doing everything medical and then think that's not working. Um, or sometimes people who don't trust doctors and don't want to go to the hospital. But yeah, okay. So I just wanted to mention that yes, I'm sick. I'm getting better, and thank you for all your wonderful comments. And for me, I really believe this was a boundary issue, and that everything has a spiritual or energetic component. We're not just randomly wandering through life where accidents or illnesses just happen because whatever. So that's my belief system. And it's like the holistic mind, body, and spirit, not just treating the body with medication or surgery, which sometimes you need because we have to treat the body as well. Okay, so let's look at Tish James. I saw her come out of the courtroom today, and I was looking at her, and it looks like she will walk. I don't believe they have a case. What's going to come out of this is that I feel she's going to have cases against them for what they are doing to her, for prosecuting her, um, for something. It's really minor. It's like she was making $15 a month from whatever, something about mortgage fraud. So it's not like, um, okay. So I I don't think I think she's gonna walk. I see her happy, and what this is doing for her is it's making her a hero. It's putting her out front and center, and people are. I've listened to her talk more. She's a very interesting person. She has kind of an alien look to me. I'm going to do a video next week about myself, my alien roots. Um, yeah. So yeah, it's just and thank you for the comments in correcting my spelling. I'm a super dyslexic. I'm like the worst speller ever. That's my deepest, darkest secret. And a lot of times dyslexic people are super intelligent, but they think differently than other people. So when I look at words, they jump around and it seems like it's spelled okay. I also need to slow down and pay more attention, which is the remedy for that. I mean, I used to go to an institute as a child. My parents sent me to a special um, place for dyslexia with these nuns, and they used to write, write it on your head. I don't think that helped. I think just understanding that I see things backwards sometimes, or things, letters or numbers jump around when I look at them. Okay, so I'll do a whole video on that, is like the dyslexic ancient alien psychic, okay, that doesn't get flu shots and can't spell. Okay, so let's go back to Tish James. I feel like this is going to make her a hero. I feel like she's going to have a future in politics because they're really going after her for nothing. She got those convictions. Was it her? She got money. Who was it? I thought, was it Alvin Bragg or her, or did they do it together? You guys probably know. Maybe it was the same case, but I believe she won. He's a felon. She's not. Let's just look at Tish James. So they said she's going to court in January, but it could drag out. Let's look at Tish James. Let's look at the next couple years, her future, the next couple of years. I see her happy. She's got a lot of support. She's the one that brought out the secrets about him. So she's going to be needing money. She's got support, but she's going to be needing money for all this. That's what they're doing to her, is they're draining her money. Yeah, she's going to walk free. This is going to be a new beginning for her. So it is a blessing in disguise. Yeah. Yeah, okay. I feel like the Comey, I feel like he's going to walk too. I think I've said that before. John Bolton, they might have a little something on. And he's not my favorite person. But I don't think anybody should, that this regime should just persecute anybody because they don't like him. Did John Bolton commit a crime? Withholding documents so he could write his book? Did he commit a crime? He did use documents to write his book. Did he withhold them or keep them after his term? Is that what it is? I don't really know what the charge is, so maybe I shouldn't read on that. Let's just look at, is he going to be, I can't know everything. There's so many things that are happening. It's like you can't keep up with all of it. It's just take all my time just reading and keeping up with everything. All right, so let's look at, is John Bolton, let's say, did he commit a crime? Did John Bolton commit a crime? Well, I know not crimes against humanity or war crimes, but in this case that he's being charged with, did he commit a crime? I kind of think he might have. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. Oops. Will he be convicted? Will John Bolton be convicted of crime? Oh, they're just going to drag him through the mud. Funny how they turn on their own people. Well, I think he might even be convicted under a Democrat. Will he be convicted? It's going to drain him of money. There might be something. There might be something. Yeah, it's going to cost him a lot of money. Let's look at him energetically. Oh, he is so frustrated, and he doesn't know. It's like he doesn't know which way is up. It's just like throwing all these papers. It's like, whoa, he's upset that this whole thing is happening. He can't deal with it emotionally. To him, he's always right and everything is controlled. And this just feels like it's just all over the place. He's really pissed. He is a fighter. But the amount of money he's going to spend, and I don't feel like he gets anything after all this, except, maybe you shouldn't have gotten involved with this guy in the first place. But yeah, I don't feel like there's any reward for him. There may be some sentence that's shortened or something that, I mean, is he going to do time? I feel like he would be commuted. Yeah, I feel like he will. He could end up doing time. But then be like commuted or let out early for good behavior or something. Is he going to do prison time? He could. Wow. Wow. Okay. I don't understand. Well, Kankles had the documents in his guest bathroom, and it on the stage. I mean, that case, that was way worse than anything John Bolton did. But okay, um, interesting. All right, let's look at Jack is back. I want to look at him for the next couple of years. He's bringing forth. He's out speaking more to let people know what's going on. Before, his superpower was the silent, strong type. Now he realizes he needs to speak up for himself. And I feel like there is money backing him, like people or government people saying, we need you to come back and do this. This is because we're living in a dictatorship, basically. It's just getting started. But we're living in, kind of a gilded age where, federal workers and military and moms that need WIC and babies are not getting, we're holding that back, but we're going to build a ballroom and give 20 or maybe $40 billion to Argentina and bomb boats because we feel like it. It's illegal. So, I mean, they're doing or drag people off the streets that aren't criminals. So you can just pull up in a van with a couple of goons and masks and drag people off. That is a dictatorship. Okay, so let's look at Jack. How are you doing? Wow, I see a lot of light around him. People said, we need you to come back and do this. People have told him that. Not that he's being paid off, but I mean, he knew it. He was just waiting for the right time. Oh yeah, he's got money backing him. There are people saying we need to save the country. And he's been suspended. Huh. Or he was, Here we go. So he's coming forward with information, evidence. Okay, saying his message. He's going to be a hero too. He's going to have a good future, at least a good couple or 2 years, because people are sick of this, and he's speaking out for democracy and law and order. So I feel like he's going to do well. Let's look. Is he going to be I feel like he wants to do his job and then go away. I don't feel like he wants to stay in government. He feels like one of those guys that just would rather be off by himself in a log cabin or something with his family, or doesn't, want to be involved anymore. After all this, I don't blame him. Let's see, will you be in political office? No. He'll be in the headlines. I feel like after this, he's ready to retire or have a more quiet life. Will you continue to work in FBI or government? No, I feel like he doesn't want to. This is like his life mission, and when he completes it, I feel like he's done. Definitely a hero. Okay. Now let's look at how long have we been going? Oh, only 20 minutes. Wow. Um, let's look at the tariffs. I don't usually come on Friday, but I'm just sitting here. I can't work with clients when I'm sick like this because it's a lot harder to work one-on-one with people. The videos are easy. I can just sit here and I'm just sitting here having soup and tea. All right. Let's look at the tariffs. So there's a court case. I guess it goes before the Supreme Court. Right now, the stock market's kind of propped up with AI or something. Uh, you know, yeah, okay, so let's look at the tariffs. Supreme Court ruling on the tariffs in November. How's that going to go? I'm just watching Roberts. I feel like he doesn't want to take this case. He wants to or he has to, but then he wants to hide because he takes it. And then I feel like he's sliding under the table. What? Okay. Because where do you find out what I saw? I'll tell you what I saw about him. So let's look at, will the tariffs be held up that they are legal? Will the Supreme Court say that the tariffs are legal? Will the Supreme Court say that Kankles can do the tariffs? Oh, he's worried. They're worried. Yeah, I think they're going to say he can. That's crazy. Huh. Well, let's look at when, because I think did the lower court say, I can't remember, did the lower court say he can't? Let's look at when J.D. Vance gets in, will he continue the tariffs? Will J.D. Vance continue doing the tariffs when he gets in? Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Oh, let's look at this. When the midterms happen, now they're going to try to stop the midterms. There's going to be a real big fight around voting. Oh, remember, if you're in California or you're posting on social media, post yes on 50 for people. Vote yes. You only got a couple more weeks to vote. Yes on 50 to stop the illegal gerrymandering that they're trying to do. Okay. So we want to vote yes on 50. Okay. To save our democracy. Okay, so when let's look at the midterms again. If we get in there, okay, can we stop Vance? Can they hold Congress say you have no legal right to do that? Okay, so let's look at the midterms in relation to, because it looks like Vance is just going to copy what Kankles has been doing once he gets in there. I don't feel like Kankles makes it through his whole term. I'm feeling like by next spring something could happen, if not sooner, but we'll see. Um, he does, the universe has free will, but I don't feel like he makes it. Um, for probably a health reason. Certainly, I feel like he's impeached by the midterms. But let's look at how we doing for winning the midterms in the Congress. Will Democrats win the midterm congressional seats and become the majority in the midterms? Will Democrats become the majority in the midterms? Yeah. There's going to be fighting over lawsuits, but it's not a big win, but it's a win. Wow. Even with all the cheating and the gerrymandering, um, they're still going to come out, not by a lot, but by enough. Okay. God. Um, I always get a yes with that. Even though they may peel back the Voting Rights Act and everything they're doing to cheat. That's a lot of the military in the streets so they can intimidate people. And also, if they claim there's a war, they say, oh, we can't have an election. We're in a war. There's an uprising. But I don't feel like that can happen. So let's look at the Senate. Will the Democrats take the Senate, regain the majority in the Senate in the 2026 midterms? Will the Democrats retake the Senate? Will the Democrats win the majority in the Senate? Let me look psychically. I see Bernie Sanders happy. I see him up there. That's not looking good. Let's see. Okay. Just enough. Oh my God. Just enough. Because at first it looks like, uh-oh, not enough. But then something happens. People are donating, giving time, judgment. Yeah. Wow. These are going to be some close elections. It's going to be a big fight. Get ready because there's going to be court cases, just like Johnson is doing now and refusing to swear in Alita Grijalda, I think her name is, the newly elected um, Democratic Congresswoman for over a month now. Just won't sign her in, won't swear in. Uh, and then he said, "Well, I did it. Why did you do it for your Republican colleagues when we were in a shutdown?" He said, "Well, because they brought their families." What? How does that have anything to do? Her constituents need to be represented. So what he's doing is probably illegal. A lot of these people are going to be in trouble. But we're just going to do this. We need every single vote. We need to do. And, I want to talk about, too, with the food banks and stuff. I buy extra food, and I am donating to food banks, and when I see families, I've seen this a couple times at the grocery store, a family out there begging for money and or food. I mean, it's just terrible what's happening. But there's something that we can all do to donate to a food bank, to answer phones for, to get involved in somebody's election, to put up, signs or bumper stickers, to participate in the No Kings when they'll have more. We're just getting started. To post things on social media that are, pro-democracy, to pray. You can send good intention. There's a lot that you can do. If you can donate money, great. If you can't, then there's a lot that you can do. Your prayers are heard and go a long way. So, pray for democracy, pray for families. One prayer that I like to say is, may all people have a safe place to live, good food, good water, clean air, and be treated with dignity and respect. May all animals be treated with dignity and respect and have a safe place to live, good food, good water, good air. So, yeah. So your prayers, they don't work like a Santa Claus list, but you're creating a vibration and it goes out into the stratosphere, whatever, out into the cosmos. It creates a vibration, and when the time is right, it that energy will shift into something positive that will help people, whether it's right away or 5 years from now. We can't, we don't get to tell creator and source or even other people what to do, but we can put out good energy, and prayers are a powerful way to do that. Okay, let's look at, okay, so when the Democrats get in for the midterms, are they going to say in Congress, are they going to say, oh yeah, you can't do the tariffs? These tariffs were illegally done. Oh, they're going to impeach them. That's first thing. But are they also going to say that the tariffs are illegal and they need to get rolled back? Are they going to say the tariffs need to be rolled back? Are the Democrats going to say the tariffs need to be rolled back, but Congress? Yeah, because we've been stuck. We're going to be stuck with it for a while, but they're going to come in and say, no, this is not. I don't feel like Hakeem Jeffries will still be there. I feel like there might be a younger woman. I hope it's Ocasio-Cortez or Jasmine Crockett. Those two are amazing. Yeah, I want to look at them. Let's look at them. So they're going to say it needs to go back to the old way, the law, where Congress, you have to get Congress's approval. You can't just do whatever you want because you're on a power trip. Yep. Oh, yeah. There you go. There you go. Okay. Geez, the damage may have been, a lot of damage will have been done by then. I did a reading, my last reading, class action suit, People of America sue Kankles and his administration for destroying America and jobs and education and health. That'll be a good lawsuit. And we'll win. All right, so right now we just got to hang in there and keep fighting and think long term, okay? And the economy's going to puff up a little bit around the holidays. The stock market's puffed up. And that always happens around the holidays. Some people are making good money. Some people are doing okay. But we need to be, compassionate and aware of the people who aren't. because this administration is just throwing people under the bus. Our military and our families and our immigrants. Okay, so here's what I wanted to tell you. I had a vision of a Supreme Court justice received a bribe. Let me ask, has this happened yet? It did happen. Okay, so somebody said, yeah, it happened. Somebody says, I need to come over and talk to you. I'm sending a messenger to your house. So he's like, okay. This is Justice Roberts. Now, this is not evidence that can be shared in a court of law. This is my visions and predictions, and it's for entertainment purposes only. But when I see these, they're pretty accurate. So I'm just going to put it out there. And so somebody knocks on Robert's door with a big suitcase. I can see it's like an olive shiny green. Not a little briefcase of money. It's a big, medium-sized suitcase packed full of cash. So you can't trace cash. They're just, you know, you don't have to report it on your income tax. Depending on how you spend it, I guess. So this is untraceable, but somebody knows this is going to come out. Somebody knows, and somebody's going to be slighted, and there's going to be a reporting on this. That cash, I believe, is currently he took it. I feel like he didn't want to take it. In a small defense for him, I feel like he felt like he couldn't say no, because when the mafia shows up and they give you something, you don't go, oh no, it's okay. I mean, you can't. It's like, so he's afraid of them, and he took the cash. It's a lot of money. I don't know how much it's a lot. Would it be millions, billions, millions? How many million? Maybe around 10 million. I don't know how much they can fit in a suitcase, but it's a lot. Now, this could be metaphorical, but I believe it's physical. I believe it's sitting in a closet. And he told his wife he hid it. He's scared because he doesn't want anybody to find out. And he felt like he had to take it. And he told his wife, not really what happened, but he said, I can't tell you what happened, but do not go in that closet. He hid it under stuff. Wow. Bribery. Now, come on. You don't need to be a psychic to figure these things out. I mean, you got gangsters in the White House, okay? Criminals, gangsters that bribe people and scam, and you got the strongest court in the land, the head guy. So of course you're going to bribe him and pay him off. Come on. Come on. So you could say I'm just a psychic. I don't know what I don't have evidence. Of course, okay. But you don't really have to be a psychic to figure out the obvious. I mean, like, duh. What they do everything else at 1,000,000 miles an hour. I believe this was done last September. Let me ask, is it still there? Yeah. It's still there. So somebody needs to investigate this, and I believe it's going to be found out. Can he get rid of it? He could. Is he going to tell? Is he going to spill the beans? They made me do it. Is he going to tell? Oh my God. He's going to confess. He's going to confess. Yeah. They made me. Somebody's going to find that. Somebody's going to leak it. There's a leaker. Okay. You can't make this stuff up. But I mean, come on. Any good crime solver, person using their brain, I mean, they throw so much stuff at you, you can't we just jump from one trauma thing to another. So that's what they try to do, unground you, get you unbalanced, get you confused, get you exhausted, get you to give up, or like you need a break. Maybe you do need to just take a break from all this for a while, because they're going to continue. It's just going to be, and it could get worse. Okay. So, unless he keels over, but people are coming forward and people are speaking out. There's cracks in the foundation. Even some Congress people are saying, we shouldn't be doing this. We shouldn't be doing the tariffs. We shouldn't be bombing boats in Venezuela or starting wars, or it's all illegal. So, yeah. So this will come out, and we will have a new Supreme Court justice someday. But wow. Wow, crazy times we live in. So take really good care of yourself. Thank you for watching to the end of the video. I really appreciate you. And you can really support me in the work I do by subscribing. Hype my video if you would. I really appreciate that. And drop a like if you're already subscribed. Thank you so much. And I'll try to come on tomorrow. I'm going to be with my members tomorrow. And I am booking private sessions might have something in November, but December for Christmas readings, or get your New Year reading, or give it as a gift. So my website is sibylharmony.com, and I'm sending you so much love. Thanks again, and bye for now.